We got preseason action later tonight, with the Lakers playing their 4th preseason game, which should be interesting between both LeBron and Anthony Davis likely to play again during the first half, and then their young guys including Quincy Alibari playing the second half, and hopefully they can carry over what they did during their last game during the 4th quarter against Milwaukee. But before all of that, we got a little bit of talk about 2 guys that keep on being linked to the Lakers, one of which being a former Laker, Dwight Howard, who simply won't let his NBA career go, and once again brought up the 2020 Lakers championship team and him trying to make an NBA comeback. And then apart from him, we got more Zach Lavine talk. Not a direct rumor or him being linked to their team again, but with many fans bringing Lavine up after having a really good preseason game, dropping 28 points and a nearly perfect efficiency, looking fully healthy again, but will that be only for the time being or will it be for the long term? You never really know with Zach Lavine. But we'll break it all down, both between Lavine and the Dwight Howard talk. But before we get too far into it, if you have been enjoying the everyday content, then don't forget to drop a like, hit that subscribe button if you have not already, and turn on notifications so you never miss out when I upload a video. But without further ado, let's dive right into it. And I think we'll begin by talking about the Dwight Howard stuff. Dwight Howard actually talked directly to Lakers owner Jeanie, and they broke down the miscommunication between them during free agency, what happened after that 2020 NBA championship, if they'll ever have a parade for that NBA championship, which would obviously be really cool to see. Probably unlikely, but she didn't completely rule it out. But again, the main takeaway being the miscommunication, why Dwight Howard left, if the Lakers offered him a contract or not, and what ended up happening between them.
I was sad I wanted to come back, and I don't know what had happened.
You took an offer from the Philadelphia 76ers.
See, I think that we were just told so many different things. And I think now, looking back on it, with the situation that I had with my agent, and him actually getting convicted and being a part of the whole crime.
It was the same guy.
He was a part of it. Yeah, the same agent.
Now that makes a little more sense.
So, I don't even know what the truth was. Because what I was told was that you guys didn't have an offer for me.
Oh, no, that's not true. We made an offer.
I never even knew that. He told me, actually he said that you guys had an offer. And then he said you guys took the offer back and said no.
It's all about the salary cap and the timing. Because you have to get accepted offers when you have the cap space.
And according to Dwight Howard, he initially said that I was sad, I wanted to come back and I don't know what happened between them, with them maybe not offering him a contract or rescinding that contract offer. According to Dwight Howard's agent, or from Dwight Howard anyway, he said that they offered him a contract but then took it away, and that's why he joined the Philadelphia 76ers. But according to Jeanie, that wasn't true, and they offered him a contract but he didn't take it, or his agent didn't take it, or didn't perfectly relay that information to him. And Dwight Howard even commented on that after through Twitter, saying that I was so shocked to hear the Lakers had an offer for me, but my so-called agent told me lies. The same agent that apparently cost him $7 million according to him, and they had a falling out obviously, and he's no longer Dwight Howard's agent. But after that happened, Dwight Howard did rejoin their team a year later. And simply put, I don't think many fans really remember how that went, with Dwight Howard not looking nearly the same, being hurt for a decent chunk of that season, even playing through a bit of it, but obviously not the same player, and that was 3 years ago nearly now too. We're about to enter 2025, and the last time that Dwight Howard was really an impact role player came during 2021. So we're talking about 4 years ago at this point, and to the fans holding out hope that he can make an NBA return or a Lakers return, I'm really not sure what they're hoping for or realistically expecting at this point. I mean, if you're hoping for the 2020 version of Dwight Howard, I think that's long gone. There's really no coming back from that. He was a great player for them at that time, but Dwight Howard's about to turn 39 years old. And well, all 39-year-olds are not built the same. They're not all LeBron James, and I don't think that will be the case for Dwight Howard. Don't get me wrong, it would be fun to see happen, and I wouldn't be entirely against it if they had a way to make it happen, but they have a completely full 15-man roster right now, all 15 contracts being completely guaranteed, and then with them only being $50,000 below the second tax apron, They can't waive somebody and then sign somebody new. They're pretty much stuck with who they have right now, for better or worse. I think they're fine for the most part, and I honestly don't think that Dwight Howard would be an upgrade for them, let alone probably for any team at this point. So again, obviously had a great NBA career. It was cool to see him win an NBA championship with their team, but I think it's time to move on. And with that being said, moving on to our next topic about Zach Lavine. And again, following that 28-point preseason game, many fans are saying, well, maybe we should look to trade for him, whether that be the Lakers or some other team. Chicago is obviously willing to trade him. They're trying to rebuild his value right now after an injury-plagued season and an overall down season for him. Only averaging 19.5 points per game. The first time in over half a decade he averaged under 20 points per game. Only played in 25 games and all around didn't look like the same player. Now, he is only 29 years old, which theoretically should put him in his NBA prime yet, but with all the injuries he's had, the prior two ACL tears, the various injuries along the way, back issues, ankle issues, and it's really piled up for him. I think he definitely can be an all-star level player yet, but with that contract along with the injury history, it definitely can be a risk. And for a team like the Lakers, who would pretty much have to combine every trade asset in regard to salary to get Zach Lavine, I mean, they'd have to combine D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, and then either Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, or somebody with that same contract level. It would take a lot to get him. And at that point, I don't think it would be worth it, unless Chicago would be willing to include a first-round draft pick with Lavine or multiple second-round picks. I don't think I'd even be willing to listen to it. Again, great player that probably could help their team offensively and would be a good fit in that regard. I don't think it would be worth it between the injury history, the contract, and everything that would come with him. And not to mention how big threes really don't work anymore. With the new CBA that really limits how much you can spend. No, there's not any real salary cap, but the more you spend, the more you're penalized, not only by luxury tax, but now with your ability to make trades, sign free agents, and a bunch of other various factors too. So you definitely don't want to cross that second apron, and building a team around a big three nowadays is really difficult. You simply can't have the depth around them that you could before, and they would have a really hard time meeting the Lakers with the big three of LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Zach Lavine. I think it's a pretty good talent level for a big three, but lacking a bit of defense on the perimeter and the depth they would have to give up for Lavine, I simply don't think it would be worth it. Might be fun to watch offensively, but overall I don't think it would be worth it, and it's not something that I would look to pursue. With that being said though, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the Zach Lavine trade situation, and then about the Dwight Howard drama, or current situation if you want to call it that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one, and if you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to drop a like, hit that subscribe button if you have not already, and turn on notifications so you never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.